What's up you guys? It's Katharine and this is part 2 of Monday's vlog. So if you haven't seen the first part, which was climbing, this is the second part of the vlog. So this is going to be more of my stained glass studio. It's basically a studio day. So just to reiterate, the morning I went down to climb and then I came back up. I went to Atlanta to climb. It's an hour there. Climbed for almost 3 hours, and then drove for an hour back up to Athens. When I got there, took Dorian out and we went to the park. So that's basically where this video starts. And before we get into it, I just want to reiterate, as I'm probably going to do in every video during the pre-sale. There's only like about a week and a half-ish left in the pre-sale, and during that time pre-sales are open for stickers, magnets, and acrylic pen for free shipping. So get that free shipping now while you can, because it's going away and it's not coming back. The link is always going to be in the bottom of this video, in the description box down below. See?
Up, up. Good boy. Go down. Let's go. Go down. Go down. Good job. Such a good boy. Where are you going, huh? Where you going? Where you going? You want to go down the slide? You want to go down the slide again? Come on. Let's go. Come on. You want to go? Let's go. You want to go? Come on. Let's go.
So good. I don't really want to go down this. It's dirty. Oh, okay. That's the slide.
What is it? What's over there?
Look at his nails. You've been digging in the dirt. What's over there? We came straight here, like when I got back, so he could spend some time outside before I do whatever I end up doing. So he's just walking around sniffing. Loves to sniff. LTS, that's Dorian's motto. Just sniffing and like peeing on things, that's like his absolutely favorite thing to do. Give him a dog park with a bunch of water so he can just cycle it through. It's good to go. I've decided that we're gonna go to studio. It's like 6:30 or something like that, 6:30. I just made a gigantic smoothie. Can you even see the top of it? Yeah, there it is. I put pineapple in it today, so it's strawberry, blueberries, mango, pineapple, chia, peanut butter, cacao, and flax. So this is my dinner. Yum! I took a shower, so my hair is still wet, and I don't really feel like doing anything to it. Oh, that looks so crazy that I feel like forget that that's there. I moved my croton here because some of the leaves were like unhappy. So I moved it out of this corner over there. Hopefully it does better. And then I just turned all my plants 90 degrees. Yeah, 90 degrees just to give them a new angle. As you can see, my peely is all like crooked because I like will turn it and turn it and turn it, and it like, I don't know. I wish it would do bigger leaves than that. I don't know. It's just the piley that I have. I put my shoes on. They're right there. And we're gonna go to studio. And Dorian's gonna come and he's gonna sit in his bed like he did last night because he was a really good boy. And it's a lot easier just to bring him and do that than it is to try to leave him here because he gets upset. So we're going now. All right, we're on the way. And I just realized that I haven't mentioned this. So I ordered a new soldering iron and like a stand for it. It's really fancy. It's supposed to be like the nicest one on the market that you can get. It's not like crazy expensive, but I think I paid like $30 for the one that I have now, which is fine, but it doesn't have temperature control. So I truly have no idea what temperature it's at. It could be way too hot, it could be way too low, I don't know. It melts the solder, but that's it. But I just feel like it's not the cleanest, and I think it needs to be just like the teeniest bit hotter. I ordered one that is, it's coming I think on Thursday. Today's Monday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know. It has temperature control. I'm gonna do like an unboxing / review or whatever when I get that. It's kind of weird. It's like a soldering iron, but if you are like a stained glass maker nerd kind of person, then you might appreciate that video. But that will be coming up later this week. I also am thinking about doing like a basics tools or whatever, like the tools that you need as like a beginner for stained glass just to get started. So I think I might do that as well, if there's interest. It's fairly inexpensive of a craft. It's just, you can always make it expensive, I think. And caustic was kind of expensive to get started, but like for stained glass, I feel like you're able to find materials inexpensively and get going at a good like rate. Not really like a good rate, like you can get going. You can do a lot with not a lot of material. I might do one that's like soldering basics and like foiling basics and just like tips and things that I learned for foiling. Place your bets. Am I gonna get a blizzard from Dairy Queen when I leave? Place your bets. I'm leaning towards yes. Depends on how late it is. This is my dinner. It's very liquid. I don't really want to have like a liquid dessert too. So we'll see how long I should say that I stay at studio.
You look so pathetic. Dorian, are you a good boy? He's so funny.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit. I don't love the way that it sounds in here because the fans are really loud, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'm thinking about the CrossFit Games because I watched those this weekend, and I know it's a very niche market. You know, like not everyone enjoys it. Drew makes fun of me for watching it and being like so into it, but I really do love the CrossFit Games, and I was like really into watching it this weekend. And there is something that's on my mind. So there's this girl, her name is Carrie Pierce, and she's one of the athletes. She's a veteran athlete. She's been doing it for many years, and she's never like won. She's never come in first, but she's been the fittest in the U.S. I don't really know much of her other stats, but when you are in the sport of CrossFit, you're supposed to be fit in like all aspects. So you should be able to do like all kinds of different like activities, which includes like mobility and like running, but also being really strong, like Olympic lifting, things like this. And there's one athlete that, so the point of that was like, so if you are like a CrossFitter, technically you're supposed to be like the fittest of all the sports because you're supposed to be able to do like whatever sport is thrown at you. And so by calling someone the fittest in America, they literally are assumed to be the fittest. And because I mean, they're professional athletes and they can do everything. So Carrie Pierce, fittest in the US. I'm not sure if she was this year or not, I don't know. But anyway, so she got third place in the CrossFit Games, and I was really rooting for her, actually. For a little while, I was like, I don't know if I really like Carrie Pierce. I don't know if she really has much of a personality. I don't know. Like, I hadn't really watched any of her videos. She doesn't really have videos. She's like got a presence on Instagram, but I wasn't really following her there. She wasn't in a ton of the documentaries and things, which is where I kind of learned about the athletes that I do follow. So like Tia Claire Toomey, who's been the fittest now for four years, fittest in the world for 4 years. And she's always in the documentaries, and she's always on people's YouTube channels, so she's like very well talked about because she's the fittest, and it's very impressive. She's very dominant. And so Carrie is not someone that really like shows up on a lot of those like videos and things like that I like consume on YouTube. And it wasn't until this year that I really started like learning about her and like learning about her personality and stuff, just based off of the fact that she made it to the top 5. So it's the finals that were in person. The majority of the contest, because of COVID, was held online. And so the finals were actually in person. So they did a lot of coverage, media coverage of this live. Yeah, it was live. I watched it live in California contest. And, excuse me, I have really come to appreciate the fact, if you compare her to the other athletes, a lot of the other athletes who have really blonde hair or wear a lot of makeup during the events, who try to look pretty, and it's about being pretty, which is fine. I mean, they are gorgeous, in my opinion. She's not like that, and she's not so superficial, and she's just about like doing the work and like being strong and being an athlete. And when I realized that she was a lot more like humble than I initially assumed, I just didn't really know, I really was rooting for her to be on the podium this year, because no one's beating Tia. And yeah, so she got 3rd place, and it was awesome, so exciting. And yeah, so like the other 4, was it 4 girls? Yeah, the other 4 girls, Tia, obviously she's like got blonde hair, or sorry, she has brown hair and it's like really curly and crazy. But the other 3 girls all have like really, really blonde hair. And it's just appreciate that she, like, for some reason, I just really appreciate that she hasn't like dyed her hair blonde. And she was funny, like I watched the press conference, and she was like kind of giving Dave a hard time, and it was just funny. She's just funny. But it was okay. The other thing that I was thinking about is that a lot of the like sound bites or whatever that they have of her are her talking about like, oh, my coach said this, my coach said this. And while it indicates that she doesn't really have a lot of other things to talk about by like just saying like, oh, my coach, my coach says whatever, but like it just goes to show like that's really like her life is CrossFit, like doing the exercise, being an athlete, full-time athlete. Like that is really what it's all about. Like, and I've totally been there where the only thing that I have to talk about is traffic. Like I've been in social situations where I was like, yeah, I was in traffic the other day and I saw this, or I was in traffic. Like when I used to commute to Atlanta for school, I was in undergrad and I was going to Georgia State and I was living in Marietta, and I would commute there, and the only thing that I had to talk about was like stuff that I saw in traffic, which is really embarrassing. So I completely understand like where she's coming from. It's just like, it just goes to show that like that's what she's completely invested in. 100% is CrossFit, and it was really good to see her like pull it off and like come in 3rd. So, technically she's like the first American to make the podium since 2016, I guess, so that's cool. CrossFit. This paper towel is empty. That means I'm done foiling everything that I have prepared. They're all right here. I'm gonna add it to my stack, and I think I might do some soldering tonight. Let's see how it goes. I've never changed these before, so I don't really know how to do it. Do you just like unscrew it? Yeah. Okay, that was easy. I mean, it doesn't look bad, like it looks fine. They came in this little package, and this is the new one. Yeah, this is June 20, so that's, I guess, when it was made. This was made in February 2015. It's like a blender. You just slide it on like that. Locks into place. Perfect. Super easy. There we go. Perfect. Brand new. I just saw this on the bottom. Use before 2025. So I guess they are supposed to last for 5 years. So I was changing it just like right on time. It's perfect. In the next video clip, I will talk a little bit more like about how this turned out compared to the first panel that I was doing. So much cleaner, and it just went together so much faster. I used less solder the glass looks more clear. I don't know. I think maybe the flux stayed cleaner than it normally does. I had more in there, I think. I don't know. But it might also have been the fact that I was just looking forward to getting a new soldering iron. So I was just telling myself, one more day. All right, this is the progress that I got done today, which feels like a lot. So I'm pretty excited about that. I just wanted to use up all of the purple that I could. I was kind of there's still like another piece that I need to put right here, but I don't know. That's kind of just where I stopped it. I have like 4 to 5 pieces of the purple left before I need to start grinding again, cutting and grinding. But there's some interesting stuff happening. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a lot of undulation. So it's not necessarily flat. It's more of the like waviness that I was kind of going for, but it's really hard to get a sense of it on camera. There you go, you can kind of tell. Oh yeah, it goes up and over the height of the, I was gonna say gold, but it's copper. So technically something flat. Let me get something flat. So like this one's a lot flatter to the curve, whereas like this piece of paper is like, if the paper, you know, it's pretty flat, right? But this one goes much higher. So there's a lot of space. That will be, I don't know if that's at all picking up on camera, but I also, looking at this, like, looks 1,000 times, like, cleaner than, like, this one looks, like, this side looks. And I don't know why. Like, all of my clear glass is, like, so opaque looking, but here it still looks, like, fairly clear. I don't know why that is. And it must just be that I'm using less flux or something. I don't really know. Did some beading. I didn't try to do much of the full bead. I just kind of did, like, a couple beads so that I would be able to, I actually have like hardly any solder down here too. Like I have one piece of like solder, and like that was kind of, I don't know, like I used like way more solder on that than I did on this. So I don't know what I did differently, but this is like 1,000 times cleaner and way less waste. And I have no idea why, but it looks great. So anyway, it is 9:18 and I'm gonna get cleaned up here, and Dorian and I are gonna head home. He's in his little bed. He's such a good boy. If you're wondering why Dorian is in his crate, it's because there's just like glass and like mystery, like unsafeness on the floor, and I just don't want him like sniffing around and like licking up glass or something like that, because he's eaten glass before. So that was naughty. That was a little while ago. So we have to be very careful with what he is around. But he does much better here than just like being at home alone. So it makes more sense for me to just let him hang out in his bed here with me so he can see what I'm doing, as opposed to being at home and just wondering, and this is better. Like, I don't even know what this is, but I mean, it's just like full of like splinters and all kinds of dangerous, nasty stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've only met this person like one time, so this is what their work is like. And then obviously mine is glass. So lots of glass, shards of glass everywhere, like the sanding. So like the sand, and there's like little bits of glass. So okay, thanks.
Have a good night.
You too. If you said yes, you win the bet. So I was craving like the McDonald's hot fudge sundae, I guess like a week ago. Was it a week ago? On Monday? And they were out of the hot fudge, and so I didn't get anything, and I was really disappointed. And so I've just been craving hot fudge for like a while, and yet I still, ooh, it's dark. I still ended up not even getting hot fudge. I got just my normal Blizzard. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I know it's dark, I'm sitting at a red light. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And one more thing, be sure to check out my store. I am really proud of it and I'm very excited. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.